Hello. Good morning. Welcome to this wonderful Champions Corner. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This morning we start off with some music because we are alive, excited, and full of energy. Guys, today I've got fire that I'm going to share with you as I speak about what? Recovery, post-pandemic recovery mode starts now. Hey guys, Lucy Quinones here, coming live to you from my Champions Corner in our remote location for what? Southwest Florida Real Estate and Business Academy. Oh my goodness. Today we started off a little bit different. We've got a new time. 11 a.m. is going to be our time when we come together to share innovations, strategies, ideas to maintain and sustain and scale in our business. So I'm excited about being here with you guys today. Today is going to be a very exciting day. Guys, we know we have survived the whole last 6, 7, 8 weeks. I don't even know how many weeks already of this quarantine, of this pandemic. I still remember that as I shifted into my new real estate platform at EXP for real estate, of course, that is my real estate platform now after many years with my former brokerage and company and broker that I still love and care for. But you know what? Things change. I was on a 90-day holding pad. I want to tell you a little bit about this behind the scenes story. I was on a 90-day holding pad while all my broker licenses and all the paperwork with the state was shifted over. And it was the most uncertain time of my life. It was a time where I wanted to do so much and I didn't know where to begin because I wasn't able to begin. And I had all these thoughts and ideas, but I didn't know how to bring it together. I didn't know how to put it together because I was at a holding pad. You know, kind of like when you're on the plane and you're excited to go on your vacation and you're excited to get to your final destination. You've made the decision and you're on the plane, but then the plane gets to the takeoff runway, gets ready for takeoff, and the pilot comes on and says, "We are on hold." So it was 90 days of being in a holding pad. And just when I thought that it couldn't get any worse, March 2nd, finally the state releases my licenses. Everything is switched over. And then a week later, just when I thought I was ready for takeoff, we hear about the pandemic. We hear about everything coming to a halt. We hear about the uncertainties, the chaos. What do we do? Where do we go now? Guys, and just when I thought that I was going to take off, all right, it was another holding pad. It was another holding pad. So maybe you can relate to what I'm sharing in your business in real estate. And I wanted to share that with you because it is in those times of being in a holding pad in your business that you have to make some quick decisions. And the decision that I made, though I had everything ready to be able to launch my coaching and my training, get back into my normal routine. What is normal anymore? Guys, today I want to talk to you about your post-pandemic recovery mode has to start now. I want to talk to you about the fact that the new normal, are you ready for it? Well, I want to prepare you for it. Let me give you a couple of statistics and why I'm passionate about helping agents make it in real estate. Why I'm passionate about helping agents that are in real estate continue to evolve, continue to thrive. Why I'm passionate about making a mark in the real estate industry. Because guys, here's the truth. Here's the truth that we have known forever. So you want to take some notes because this is going to relate to your industry, to your business, to you right here and now. 85 to 90% of realtors, of people that get their real estate license, fail within the first 5 years. Wow. When I understood that I had beat the odds and that I found a way to take the vehicle of real estate and change my life and help other people change their lives by showing and teaching and sharing what I did to make it in real estate, I found a passion. But 85 to 90% of realtors, and maybe you feel that way, fail in the first 5 years. I don't know how long you've been in real estate, but right now, it is an even playing field for everyone. Here's even more challenging news. Last week, in the last 7 days, at our local association, okay, 437 agents got a payday, got a paycheck in single family residential closings. 437 out of almost 8,500 agents. Wow. That means, and that tells me that there's a problem in our industry, and it's not just local, it's national, it's international, it's everywhere there is a person in the real estate industry. But it breaks my heart to know that 437, were able to get paid, but 8,063 did not get paid last week. And so that brings me to this point. That brings me to the point, what is the defining factor? What is the reason that 97% of real estate is sold by only 3% of the agents? And what's even worse is that 99% of sales across the nation are done consistently and predictably by 1% of the realtors nationwide. My goodness, we need to find a way to shift our business, not just because of the pandemic, but because the things that we do day in and day out, if they're not working, we need to change them. That leads me to the next point. I remember understanding back in 2016, because of different situations and circumstances, that if you don't evolve, you will go extinct. I witnessed it. I saw it happen. I saw this giant of real estate come to a screeching halt because evolution continues day in and day out. So if you don't evolve, you will become extinct. That brings me to today. That brings me to this morning, and I want to share with you something that I read. And you know what? It's news, but there's some truth in even fake news. And there's some fake news and even true news. So we've got to discern what to take from it. But we all know that close to 30 million people filed for unemployment. That's a fact. 30 million people filed for unemployment. The only difference between them and our real estate community is they knew they were unemployed. So I want to speak to you today. We get into real estate and we don't realize that every month we are unemployed. Why? Because the month before we had closings and everything in our pipeline, once it closes, we go back to zero. Guys, there has to be a better way to do this. And there is. Let me tell you something else. It doesn't matter how long you've been in real estate. The truth of the matter is that right now, we need to make post-pandemic recovery mode shifts. And we need to do them quickly. I don't care if you closed 12 houses last month. It is a new month and things are changing quickly. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things. We're going to go over some ways that you can sit down right now and study what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, and get ready for the new normal, because the new normal is now. It is time to be post-pandemic recovery mode right here, right now. So that if you're starting your business in real estate, maybe you've been in real estate for a year and have had no closings. Maybe you've been in real estate for 6 months and have had no closings. Maybe you've been in real estate for 20 years and have had no closings. Or maybe you're having closings, but I'll tell you what, it is no longer business as usual. So we all are in the same boat. We want to start. Maybe you're in the starting mode, but then maybe you're in the sustaining mode. And this is going to apply to you as well. Or maybe you are in the scale mode. Like, Lucy, I'm ready to take this over the top. I'm ready to come out, burning rubber. And I want to have the best 10 years of my real estate career starting now. So whichever one, get ready, get your pen, get your paper, get comfortable. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. If you read the news, you'll find out that right now, Zillow and Opendoor, Zillow launched iBuyer about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. If you haven't heard about that, go, do some research. Zillow launched iBuyer, and also Opendoor did the same. Basically, they were going after the seller market and telling the sellers, listen, you don't even have to list your home. You don't have to put a lockbox. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to do anything. We are going to buy the home from you, and you're going to get to just decide if you want to take the contract or not, and you're going to be so relieved. And basically what they were doing, and pay attention because I'm going somewhere with this. And you may say, Lucy, what does that have to do? Lucy, what does that have to do with what we're living now? We're going somewhere with this, and I'm going to tell you. They were basically creating a relational type of transaction, not a transactional transaction, or relational. They were saying, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we want to satisfy all your wishes. Everything from the comfort of your home, everything that you considered a hassle when a realtor would walk in to list your property and tell you, you got to fix this, you got to fix that, you got to clean this, you got to move that, you got to, change the house has to be ready to show at any time. You got to put a lockbox. There are going to be people walking through your home. They basically took away all the pain of selling or listing a home, and they presented it very nicely and saying, you know what, everything is all about you, and we are going to give you everything that you want, including a contract that will close very quickly, very easily. Well, guess what? This pandemic has caused Zillow and Open Door to experience not only layoffs, okay, the mega giant of real estate, Zillow, and its subsidiary Open Doors have experienced layoffs. But they did something else. They stopped paying sellers for their properties. They stopped presenting contracts to and making offers through their iBuyer program. They stopped. Wow. When you see a giant shifting or stopping only to shift, you've got to pay attention. Banks right now are reporting that they're going to feel steep losses because some people stopped paying their bills, some people took the forbearance, some people took the whatever program they were giving and decided, you know what, I'm going to hold on to my money. So that is now going to affect banks. You see Zillow and Open Door now, no more iBuyer contracts for their people. You see that they estimate that they can be experiencing over 15% of layoffs in their companies in the near future. And now we read about 30 million people have applied for unemployment. Here's the difference. The difference is that when we're in real estate, there's a lot of myths that we don't realize. And one of the myths is that we have a business. Well, let me ask you a question. If we have 8,500 realtors in our local association, and only 437 of them got a payday in the last 7 days, what happened to the other 8,063? Because when you're running a business, it's supposed to be for profit. And that's where I come in. That's where I come in because I love to share ideas, innovation, strategies, tactics, tips, best practices so that you can develop consistent and predictable business. So let's get ready to launch. How do I get ready, Lucy? How do I get ready for my post-pandemic recovery mode? Because it starts now. It starts now. Number one, guys. Number one, and this is so important, I cannot even explain how important this is. Right now in your business, you have to look around and you have to assess. You have to assess what is the atmosphere, what is the environment of your company or your organization or where you conduct your business from. And when I say organization, obviously you know that I believe you are the brand. The days of a brand being the door opener are long gone. The days of a franchise being the one that gave you the leads and did all this stuff for you are long gone. You can do that, and you need to do this for yourself. So when I talk about your community, I'm talking about the organization that you are part of. Are they prepared for the new normal? Oh my goodness, guys. That's where it all begins. I mean, we've heard it before. We've heard it said, we become like the 5 people we associate with. And if we're talking about our livelihood, if we're talking about our financial future, if we're talking about our daily bread and our income, guys, number one, you have to assess the environment that you're working from. Are they prepared for this new normal? Are they dominating in that arena? Are they even in tune with what the new normal will be like? Because if they're not, guys, you have to make a decision. You have to evaluate, where am I going if I stay where I am at? Very important. I can give you all the ingredients, how many people to call, how many contacts to make, what are the ratios between calls and contacts and appointments and closings and paydays. I can give you all that. But I want to help you build the foundation. So number one, and very important, is assess. Assess the organization right now that you represent or that is hosting you. Assess the host, the organization. Are they prepared for the new normal? Are they dominating in that arena? Because it will never be business as usual. Number two, you've got to learn how to build community. You have to learn how to build community. How do you build community? I'm going to give you 3 ways that you build community so that you can start doing this immediately. Actually, I think we're about 7 weeks behind. If we're just getting started now, we're about 7 weeks behind. And you know what? I don't care when this is over. I care about how I'm going to come out on the other side of this, because there is an end to this. There is an expiration date to this pandemic. There is an expiration date to this quarantine, you know. So we've got to have our eye on the expiration date, though we don't know when it is, but every day matters. So number 2, building community. How do you build community? Number 1, guys, for you not to be part of the 85 to 90% of realtors that fail in the first 5 years of their business, or for you not to be part of the statistic of realtors that don't evolve and then they grow extinct, you've got to get a coach. You have to get a coach. You have to be part of someone that is willing to pull, drag, push, lift, you know, and sustain you while you get to that next level. You need a coach. You are the number 1 investment that you can make. Helping yourself grow is not only going to pay off awesome dividends, you know, in your bottom line figure, but also in your life. So you need a coach. You need someone that has been there, that has done that, that can show you the way, that can hold you accountable. Like my coach, John Cheplack, says, accountability is the number 1 way of showing love to somebody that really wants it. So the question is, how bad do you want it? You know, and I say this in the most loving and caring way. How bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want to make it in real estate? Because that's the only thing holding you back. Everything else you can learn, you can develop, you can research, you can acquire, you can be taught. If you're starting from zero, you can start, you know, getting your business going. If you're stuck, you can jumpstart your business. And if you're doing awesome, hey, let's scale. So you need a coach. A coach is that person that is going to show you the path, guide you, save you time. You know what's one of the best things that I can do for someone that I love to do? I can save them the heartache, and time. I can get them faster to where they want to get to. That's what a coach does. They give you the formula to get to where you want to go faster. They give you the ways that you can get there faster, because you can take that person's experience and you can utilize it to catapult yourself and get to where you want to get to faster. I remember I used to tell someone, as I was learning on, back when in the day when I was learning how to run a company and be a broker and build, rebuild, and I would always say, I don't want to wait 30 years to be you. I want to be you now. And that's really so powerful that I would even say that without knowing what I was saying, because the truth is, I did become like that person much sooner than later. So a coach is going to help you get there faster. A coach is also going to help you avoid a lot of the pain. There's pain in growth. Guys, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, not 437 people would have gotten a payday in the last 7 days. It would have been, 8,500 people. Everybody would have had one closing. And why? What separates the people that get consistent and predictable income from the people that don't? There are things that separate them, but we're not talking about those things today. Number 2, you need a mentor. A mentor is going to walk you through the process. You need a mentor. I love when I do mentorship. I love when I do mentorship because it reminds me of when I was going through those steps. You know, sometimes a mentor will just come in, like I've done for people, and will ignite your imagination, ignite your creativity, you're like, why didn't I think of that before? Has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened to you that you just, you know, someone just gives you that little nugget and you're like, why didn't I think of that before? So you need mentorship. You need a mentor. You need someone to hold you and walk with you side by side. You know, lock arms with you and say, come on, let's go. Let's go on this journey together. Let's get you to that, you know, 6-figure income. Let's get you to break, you know, 6 figures. Let's get you to that first $100,000. And then, you know, let's go. We'll double this. You need a mentor. I love mentorship because it's really taking someone from conception to completion. And that doesn't mean for life. I mean, we can be talking about the next 6 months. What is the next 6 months in real estate going to look like for you? But you need a mentor. You need mentorship. The second thing you need is masterminding. Masterminding, oh my God, I love my masterminds. I love being part of masterminds. Why? Because it is worlds coming together. Worlds. Every mind is a world. Every brain is a world. And it's worlds of visionaries, worlds of executors, worlds of creativity, worlds of innovators, worlds of best practices coming together and taking from there the best components that can help you structure your dream business. Guys, last month I spoke about the dream buyer. You deserve a dream business in real estate. Don't throw in the towel. Anybody can quit. Don't throw in the towel. You got to keep pushing to making your business the best that it could be. So masterminding is so important to building community. We're talking about building community. So for you to build community, which is step number 2 in this post-pandemic recovery mode, you need a coach, you need mentorship, and you need to be part of a mastermind. You need to be part of people that are dreamers, people that are doers, people that are planners, people that are thinkers. Oh my goodness, there's nothing better than being part of, you know, the atmosphere and the environment of planners, thinkers, and doers. Oh, it's like exhilarating. I love it. Number 3, for you to get ready, remember, number 1 was assessing your organization. Where am I? What organization am I part of? Are they ready to dominate? To hold on to what the future of the new normal is going to be like? Are they leading the way in that area? Are they prepared for this? You know, are they prepared for this? It reminds me about a comedian that he's really funny. But he goes, and he says it funny like that. Are they prepared for this? Is your organization that you represent, your brokerage where you are now, prepared for the new normal? And if you are a broker, I ask you, are you prepared to deliver to your agents the care, the connection, the relationship, and the platform where the new normal for them can be a place that they thrive and they grow and they scale in? The second thing, obviously, I just gave to you is building community. Community building, and there's 3 steps to that. Find a coach, become involved in mentorship, and be part of masterminds. You know, the wealth, the abundance, the power, the fire behind planners, thinkers, and doers. It is amazing. It is phenomenal. Number 3, you have to develop and be part of a strong tribe of visionaries. When we're agents, you know, obviously the law says we cannot go open an office for ourselves. And I'm not saying that a good agent should go open up an office, because if you have an office, you need to be serving your people. But that's another training. What I'm talking about is the leadership in your organization. You need to assess who makes up that tribe, because you belong to that tribe. You are part of that tribe. So you want to be part of a strong tribe of visionaries, executors, and leaders. And not everyone is the same thing. So you need to make sure you have all 3 components at your tribe, in your tribe. Visionaries, the ones that say, you can't see it, but we're going to create it. We're going to build it. We're going to put it together. We're going to assemble it. We're going to framework it. We're going to figure this out together. We're going to collaborate. You know, you need an executor. You need people that are willing to go the extra mile for you and with you. You need executors. You need the ones that, you know, a clock for them is just something that other people watch. You know, right now, for you to be in post-pandemic recovery mode, throw away the clock. You know, there are clock watchers. There are people that are clock watchers, but when you get hungry and passionate about real estate and the fact that real estate can change your financial future or help you become whatever financially you want to become, you throw away that clock. It becomes like this apparatus that other people watch because you're constantly thinking, constantly looking, constantly planning, constantly doing, and you never grow tired because, you know, the more you do, the better it looks, the better it happens. So your tribe at your office, your tribe at your company, your tribe at your organization, you have to ask yourself, if you really want to get back to the new normal, you know, there's nothing better than knowing you are with the right tribe. Let me put it to you that way. There is nothing better than knowing, man, I am surrounded by visionaries, executors, and leaders. And none of those three are one and the same. They're all different, you know. So test your tribe. Have a conversation with your tribe and make sure you've got those three components in there, because that's really what's going to help you scale or sustain once things get back to the new normal. The next point is very important. This is all about you. This is all about you, okay? The new generation of technology training. How much technology training? I'm dying for the academy to open up because I am ready to teach my Tech Tuesdays. I am ready to unleash and launch all the new technology, ideas, innovations, tactics, and best practices that I've learned in the last 45 days. But are you part of that new generation of technology and things that you need to do going forward for your consumers, for your communicator, for your community, for your buyers, for your sellers? Are you part of that new generation of technology? Within that new generation of technology, guys, there are two things that I want to share that are really important. And please remember, if you have any questions, you can direct message me. Thank you to all the people that have direct messaged me. Thank you for the people that are encouraging me, that have shared that you've gotten something out of my virtual coachings. But here's the two things that you need to have in mind. A, you need to learn to digitize everything that you have ever done. I don't care if you are the top producer of top producers. You must learn, or you must find someone or hire someone that can come and help you digitize. Because that is the word you're going to be hearing more and more and more and more and more about as we come back into the new normal. Digitize. Everything you do, from your listing presentation, your buyer consultation, your prospecting, your follow-up, because we all know the fortune is in what? The follow-up. Everything from, you know, your touches, which we all know we need 14 to 21 touches to convert. Everything to lead gen, lead conversion must be shifted over into being digitized. That will be part of the new normal. And you may be like, what is Lucy talking about? Maybe you're at home watching in the sofa, relaxed, having a cup of coffee, I don't know, by the pool, and you're like, what in the world? What in the world is this woman talking about? Well, I'm giving you, listen, I'm giving you what's coming in the new normal. So that's why I was happy to say, you know, what do I share? Well, there's nothing better to share. That post-pandemic recovery mode starts now. So everything you do, yes, your listing presentation needs to be digitized. Yes, your buyer consultation needs to be digitized. Yes, everything, your forms, the way you do business, because everybody has been in digitalization mode for the last 45 days. The world has come. We no longer, listen, I've spoken to people that tell me, I'm not going into the office anymore. I'll go there every now and then, but oh my God, I have my whole setup and I love it. I've got to confess. Hi, my name is Lucy Quinones, and I am a recovering show up at the office every day broker, because that was my normal. And yes, I believe you need to be at I'm dying to go back to the office. But I also understand now the other side of the world and how we do business. So I say, you know what? Yes, the office is important, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's where you're going to make the money. Oh my God, yes, I said that. Yes, I said that, and I own it. Because I used to be part of the tribe that would say, you got to come to the office. You got to come to the office every day. Get up, shower, show up at the office. Now it's like, get up, shower, show up at your office. As a matter of fact, blow up the market with your brand, with your name. But you got to digitize. So the last point that I'm giving you is the new generation of technology. And if you don't know anything about the new generation of technology, don't worry, because I'm going to be teaching it. But we got to go in person again, but I'll be teaching it because you know I love doing that. So the first point under the new generation of technology is digitizing. You ready for the second point? The second point is virtualization. Virtualize. Everything you do has to be virtualized. Yes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's good, because that means you need to learn. And if you know what I'm talking about, that's great, because that means you're doing it. But guess what? You better step it up, because there's always someone that's going to be ahead of us. And that is what I want to close out with. I want to close out with reminding you of the fact that whatever we decide to do, in the best days, and we don't know, nobody knows if we will go back to seeing the days we were living and experiencing in January. And that's why I'm saying, listen, don't fall for the hype. Don't fall for the cheerleaders. Closings, life is great. It's all about closings. I'm having closings. Remember, real estate is a 90-day cycle business. Business that is closing now was put together a month, 2 months, 3 months, who knows how long ago. But I'm saying that because I want to be truthful with you. I want to tell you the truth. We all need to prepare. We all need to be prepared. We all need to get into our recovery mode status now and start to put and lay down the foundation that is going to sustain us in this new normal. Okay? We need to put down the foundation that is going to help us to scale. That's why I want to remind you, you've got to assess your company, organization. Are they prepared for what is the new normal? Do they have the domination that you're going to need to be able to be supported, guided, and led through the new path towards real estate success? You also have to, build community, a coach, a mentor, a mastermind. You need to be part of a strong community. You need to be surrounded by a powerful tribe. It excites me every time I think about my new tribe, because it's visionaries, it's executors, it's leaders, it's people that have been there and done that, and people that are ready, willing, and able, and committed to walk with you and help you get over the humps and lead the way. It's so empowering when you see someone and you say, man, I can do that. Because they're showing you a future version of yourself. That is what I mean by tribe. It is so empowering when you see someone that is, going through the trenches and bringing forth breakthrough, because you can look at them, you can look at him. I've got a couple of guys that are part of my new tribe in my new platform that come to mind. They are amazing. And you know what the best part is? They share everything. And I think of a couple of women that are part of my new tribe in my new real estate platform, and I'm like, wow, they share everything. So that is the strength and the power behind tribe. They show you your future version of yourself, and that is so important, especially now that we're coming into a new normal. You got to know about the new generation of technology. And within that, you need to digitize and you need to virtualize. Everything you ever did before is going to go into that new bucket, that new arena, that new funnel. Guys, this is a moment. It's an exciting moment. And I thank you for watching this now or watching the replay. Let me know where you're watching from. If there's anything that I can do to help answer questions, I will be more than happy to sit with you. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. No questions are good, bad, or indifferent. Every question is valid, because every question, to me, is someone that is hungry to learn and evolve so that they don't grow extinct. So thank you guys. I'll see you next week, 11 a.m. And if you speak Spanish, I'll see you at 3 p.m. this afternoon para mis realtors latinos. Talk to you later.